What do you think of all the government-backed schemes? You have the small savings schemes, the entire pack, though there also the interest is a little lower, but still retirees get better options. The other option is the PM Vaya Vandana Yojana. It was discontinued for a little while, then it again resumed. What's your opinion on all of these? Because we get a lot of viewer questions on these too.
Right. I mean, people tend to do that. There's nothing wrong with these schemes. A, it's backed by the government. B, your money is going to be absolutely secured. Your capital is going to be safe. You'll get your payment of interest on time. It's going to be taxable, but that's a different matter. But all in all, it's 6-7%. And today you are seeing, right, I mean, the government is actually not helping you and me at all. The petrol at 100 rupees, and out of the 100 rupees, 70 rupees or 60 rupees, I don't know the exact number, but that's tax. I mean, we pay income tax, we pay GST, we are paying tax and, stamp duties and all these other things. And now there is tax. I mean, there's a humongous amount of tax that we pay in petrol. It's unfortunate, but see, in this kind of a world, if your money is not growing faster, it's not going to help you. So therefore, these schemes are good. Nothing absolutely wrong. Nothing against these, whether it's a Provident PPF or a EPF or, these government-backed schemes, postal schemes, everything's great. But it's all a 6-7% story, right? Now, if you want to move to an 8-9% story, what would you do? So you look at gilt funds, you look at PSU bank funds, the debt, the debt funds that invest in PSU banks and PSU company deposits. Again, they are backed by the government. It's a bank, so your money is spread across a lot of banks. Plus, it's traded. So what happens is there is an opportunity for you to make capital gains. So the earnings of interest is still the 5 and 6%, but then the fund manager will try and bring another 2% or 3% to you. It helps you. It adds to your overall kitty. Plus, after 3 years, it becomes tax efficient, right? So you go into the capital gain mode and not the income from other sources in the bank interest mode. So you save a huge amount on taxes there as well. Then gilt funds, they fluctuate. There are years in which it does 10, 12% also. There are years it does about 5, 6%. So the monies that you're going to use in after the next 3 or 4 years, that money can be parked in gilts. So by the time they become tax efficient and by the time they've already made the return. So even if you have 1 or 2 bad years, you're okay. What bad years meaning? It's a low income earning year or your capital has not grown so much in gilt. But I think gilts is a fabulous idea. I mean, a lot of people don't look at it. But again, look at it. It's backed by the government, central government, zero risk of default, zero credit risk. I mean, what else do you want? Zero entry cost, zero exit cost. It's a great idea. And then, P2P is a scheme which is a very new thing. It's a phenomenon of the last few years. Maybe 10, 15 lakhs can go into P2P and you'll get about 10 to 12%. So that adds to your inflows, right? In terms of your monthly or annual inflows. And then you can also look at, like I said, look at equities as a part of it. So the money or the chunk of money that you're going to earn, or rather you're going to use after 8 or 10 years, that part of the money can still go into blue chip stocks or, funds. But, funds don't really sometimes perform, sometimes they perform. But if you have stocks and blue chip stocks, I don't think you can ever go wrong with some of those. Blue chip category mutual funds are also a great idea. So, you want to protect your risk. Don't go into small cap, mid cap, because they can crash quite dramatically in a bad time. Of course, they make a great amount of money. But otherwise, if you have a little bit, maybe 20%, 30%, it depends on person to person. But you cannot not have money in equities, you see, because that is the one that will give fillip to your returns. And that is the one that will fill your pot in case your pot is running dry and running dry fast.